Disappointed with the result, happy with certain aspects of our performance today, not as happy with other parts of the performance. But you know how we started the game, we created opportunities for ourselves, and I've just said to the players in there, in key moments in the game, we need to be more clinical. You know, when we create those chances, we have to put them away, and we have to work towards having that mentality to do that on a match day.
Just go straight into the penalty. Certainly the crowd weren't happy with it. It seemed debatable. What was your thought?
Having seen it back, I've you know kind of seen them given, and I've seen them not given. If it was me, I'd be asking for it, of course. But yeah, I think we're disappointed with it because we probably didn't need to make the challenge. But again, these are key moments in the games where you make decisions. So again, it's both penalty boxes where we need to be more clinical, make good decisions defensively, which we've tended to do recently. But in the opposition box, like I said, we need to be more clinical as well.
And you kind of wrapped it up in that way, like those 2 points, but 3 goals conceded in the last 2 home games, and all essentially have come from mistakes. And up the other end, just not finding the net again at the minute.
Again, you can. Football is won and lost in both penalty areas, predominantly, unless someone sticks one in from outside the box and stuff like that. But we have to dominate both boxes. I know we've conceded goals, but I think we've been a lot better defensively of late. But again, not clinical enough in the final third. And like I always say, this is not just on any one player or anything like that. It's about us as a team collectively. We need to be more clinical, whether that's be from open play, strikers getting chances, set plays, you know, goals from midfield. All those areas we need to be more clinical.
You made a couple of changes. Happy with their contribution?
Yeah, we have to do that. I mean, we made the changes because there's certain elements of our game now which is evolving, and that's a work rate, out of possession, the counter press, and you know that takes a lot out of players. And I always say to the players, listen, you've got to try and empty the tank within the game, and the subs need to be ready to come on and impact it. We felt that you know the 2 wide players were just dipping off a little bit, and we could potentially get some more energy in midfield, and particularly where you know Dawson was picking up some great positions in between the lines and higher up the pitch, and we just felt Connor might be able to help us with that, and he created one good chance for Mo. But yeah, we'll always try and utilise the subs to try and keep our energy high. And like I always say, I always challenge those players on the pitch who start the game to really empty the tank, and those lads who come on to finish the game to really impact it.
You feel there was a little bit of drop off after the second goal, where they just maybe heads dropped slightly?
I think there were 2 moments in. I felt a little bit of a kind of a wobble in the second half, but also in the first half as well, where we went away from our behaviours of what we normally try and achieve. That didn't last for long in the first half. In the second half, after the goal, yeah, they had a little period where we weren't at it, and you know we probably went off our game a little bit. But the boys worked hard to get back onto it and still created chances in the end. But again, it goes back to those moments in the games where I feel if we can get our noses ahead in a game, it'll settle the boys down a little bit. But I just said to them there, we have to believe. It's about us in that dressing room. It's about us as a collective, staff and players all together, and focusing now on what is going to be a massive game at Bristol Rovers.
What do you do then to sort of fine-tune things in the final third?
We just have to work, and we work on a training ground, and that's what we do all the time. We've tried to implement that this week and work more on repetitions and those kind of scenarios. What the players will hopefully face on match day, creating more chances for our attacking players, committing more players forward while still having that defensive security as well is important. And again, it's just working hard on the training ground. That's all you can do. And hopefully that repetition will help build the confidence of the players. So come on a match day that we'll start taking these chances soon.
I mean, you look at the 2 chances that Mo had this time last week. He was putting them away. It's just one of those things, isn't it?
It's not on any one player. I'm not saying that, and I have to emphasise that. It's about we defend as a team, we attack as a team, and it's everybody's responsibility in the team to do that effectively. Listen, Mo will score goals. Mo will score goals. He missed a chance today. Okay, so we've got to get over it quickly. we've got to get back on the training ground when Monday comes and really start working towards everything we do is geared towards now a positive performance and a positive 3 points against Bristol Rovers. That needs to be our mindset, and that's what I've said to the players.
For a guy who's not played an awful lot of football recently, Sally Gaikai got some decent minutes.
Yeah, him and Jonathan. That's the issue we have at the minute about, players dipping off a little bit because of the physicality of it. They haven't played much football, but listen, they work hard in training, and I think they'll get accustomed to how we work, and hopefully they can then sustain that for longer periods of the game, so they can keep that physical output going as well.
You sort of hinted at it yesterday about players departing. We obviously saw Matt Dennis go on loan to Sutton yesterday. What was the thinking behind that?
Well, we've got an array of strikers at the club, and we just feel Matt would benefit to playing games and starting games, and he probably wasn't one of the players who we feel was going to be a starter for us. Obviously, we've got a big squad. We have a big squad, and if there's incomings like Jonathan and Sully as well, we're not in a position where we can carry that. So there has to be a little bit of give and take, and we felt that would be a good move for Matt, for long term for him as well. But again, we feel we've got enough still in the building where we can score goals. It didn't happen today, and that will always be questioned. I understand that, but I see the players every day on the training ground, and the quality they have on the training ground is high. It's just about transmitting that to the pitch now and the pressures of doing it within the game.
You've spoken that the club is in the market for a defender, and then maybe some outgoings. Can we expect a busy few days before the transfer window closes?
Yeah, we're still in the market for a defender. We feel we need cover in that area, with Warren being out now. So we're working hard to do that, and like I said, get a right fit for the squad to complement our squad and be aggressive with that. So hopefully that can come off. There's interest in our players, I have to say that. The chairman's really good, and he's not pushing anything that we have to trim the squad or anything like that. But things might happen in the next few days. Let's see what comes about. Obviously, players don't want to be left out of the squad and things like that, and we have to have a good balance. But certainly, as a target for us and a top target for us is bringing that extra defender in there to help the squad.
When it's as frustrating a day as Mo has had, is it a case of just rebuilding his confidence ahead of the next one?
I think Mo's a confident lad. He's a confident lad. I won't say he's lacking in confidence. I think, I see him in training and he finishes really well. You saw him at Forest Green, 2 fantastic finishes. So that's just happens sometimes where strikers miss chances, and unfortunately that's the part of the game they have to be good at, and that's the psychology of getting over them chances quickly and then refocusing and going for the next one. Mo will do that. Mo will do that. I've got full confidence in him. I've got full confidence in the team as an attacking threat that we can get better, and we will get better. But that's our challenge now, is to get back on the training ground, come in a positive mindset, but gear everything up now to being prepared for the next game.
We saw last week that the team came from behind to win at Forest Green. Today is the case, just if the team had got the equaliser, it might have been a bit more of an open and different game to what we saw out there today.
I think so, yeah. We were pushing for that. Obviously, the position we're in, sometimes it wobbles the team a little bit when we go behind, but we showed at Forest Green we've got that fighting spirit, and I thought the boys kept going today. I've challenged them now that when we start games well, which we have done in the past 2 games, we start them well, we have to capitalise on that. And we have to have that ruthless streak in how our mentality is on the pitch. And we have to become a ruthless team, not just defensively, but also attacking wise. So when them chances comes, we have to take them. And that's the kind of mindset I'm going to transmit to the players in the week leading up to the next game.